Go to your safe, take out your silver stack, pick up your favorite 10-ounce bar or your tube of Eagles. Now ask yourself one question. How do you know it's real? You don't, and that is the problem. We have just received confirmed reports that a major bullion dealer has been caught unknowingly distributing high-quality counterfeit silver products into the retail market. These aren't cheap Chinese fakes you can spot from a mile away. These are sophisticated tungsten-filled bars that pass the weight test, pass the magnet test, and even fool some X-ray scanners. If you bought silver in the last 12 months, there is a statistical probability that you are holding a worthless piece of base metal painted to look like wealth. It's fake, is the headline no investor wants to hear. But it is the reality we must face today. Why tungsten? Because tungsten has almost the exact same density as gold and very close properties to silver when alloyed correctly. Counterfeiters drill out real silver bars, fill them with tungsten rods, and seal them back up with a thick layer of real silver. When you hold it, it feels right. When you weigh it, it weighs right. But the core is worthless. This fraud has moved from gold to silver because as silver approaches $100, the profit margin for faking it becomes massive. The higher the price goes, the more sophisticated the fakes become. We are entering an era where trust in the physical product is breaking down. Don't just blame the dealers. They are victims too. The supply chain is so strained and the demand is so high that dealers are buying from secondary sources they normally wouldn't touch. They are buying back from the public without testing every single coin. When a whale sells 1,000 ounces back to a shop, the shop owner might only test the first few bars. The counterfeiter knows this. They slip the fakes into the middle of the stack. This contaminated inventory then gets sold to you. The system relies on trust, and the counterfeiters are weaponizing that trust. Where are these fakes coming from? The vast majority are originating from advanced manufacturing hubs in Shenzhen, China. These factories are not back alley operations. They are high-tech facilities capable of laser etching mint marks that look identical to the US Mint or the Royal Canadian Mint. They sell these replica coins on websites like Alibaba as novelty items. But once they enter the Western market, they are sold as the real thing. This is a form of economic warfare. By flooding the US market with fake silver, they destroy confidence in the only asset that rivals the dollar. Many investors rely on a Sigma metalytics machine to test their silver. It sends an electrical current through the metal. But the new generation of super fakes is designed to beat the Sigma. By using a thick enough layer of real silver on the outside, the machine reads pure. To truly detect the fake, you need an ultrasonic thickness gauge, or you need to drill into the bar. Most retail investors do not have this equipment. You are flying blind. The technology of the fraud has outpaced the technology of the detection. You might think, I only buy American Eagles, I'm safe. Wrong. The American Eagle is the most counterfeited coin in the world because it carries the highest premium. Fakers can make a $30 profit on every fake eagle they sell. We have seen fake eagles that are visually indistinguishable from the real thing. They even have the new security notch on the rim. If you bought eagles from a private seller on eBay or a Facebook group to save a few dollars, you are at extreme risk. The premium you paid was a donation to a criminal. Even slabbed or graded coins are not safe. Counterfeiters are now faking the plastic holders from PCGS and NGC. They put a fake coin in a fake holder with a real serial number copied from the database. When you check the number online, it looks legitimate. This is the double fake. You're paying for the security of the grade, but the security itself is a forgery. The level of sophistication here is military grade. Imagine the horror when you go to sell your stack. You walk into a coin shop, confident in your wealth. The dealer puts your bar on a drill press, drills a hole, and hits gray metal instead of white. In that second, your net worth evaporates. The dealer will not pay you. He might even call the police because trying to sell counterfeit currency is a crime. You go from being a wealthy investor to a suspect in a fraud investigation. This is the nightmare scenario that is playing out in coin shops across the country right now. This scandal will drive premiums even higher for verified silver. Dealers who have advanced X-ray fluorescence, XRF machines, will charge a premium for their guaranteed real inventory. The market will split into untested silver, low price, high risk, and verified silver, high price, low risk. The cost of trust is about to go up. If you want to be sure, you will have to pay for it. The goal of this flood of fakes is to make you doubt silver. The banks want you to think, physical silver is too risky, I should just buy the ETF. They want to drive you back into paper assets. Do not let them. The existence of fakes proves the value of the real thing. Nobody counterfeits toilet paper. They counterfeit $100 bills and silver. The fraud confirms the value. You just need to be smarter than the fraudster. You need to learn the basics. The ping test. Real silver rings like a bell, base metal thuds. The ice test. Silver melts ice instantly because of its conductivity. The magnet test. Silver is diamagnetic. It should not stick, but it should react slightly. These simple tests can catch 90% of the bad fakes. For the other 10%, you need a relationship with a dealer you trust with your life. Do not buy from strangers in a parking lot. We have heard of salted monster boxes. A monster box contains 500 coins. Scammers will open the box, which is sealed with a plastic strap, replace 50 coins in the middle with tungsten fakes, and reseal it with a counterfeit strap. The buyer weighs the box. It feels right. They never open it to check the middle tubes. Years later, they find out they were robbed. Never buy a sealed box without verifying the contents. The laws regarding selling replicas are loose. It is legal to buy a copy coin in China. It only becomes illegal when you sell it as real. This legal loophole allows the fakes to enter the country legally. Customs agents can't stop them because they are labeled novelty. It is up to you to be the firewall. The government is not protecting the silver market. They are ignoring it. Amazon, eBay, and Wish are flooded with fake silver. We found listings today for German silver bars, which are actually just nickel and zinc. They use deceptive language to trick new investors. If the price is below spot, it is fake. There is no such thing as free money. If a deal looks too good to be true, it is a tungsten trap. Some mints are fighting back. Sunshine Minting puts a decoder lens security feature on their bars. The Royal Canadian Mint uses bullion DNA laser markings. We recommend buying these specific brands. They have built-in anti-counterfeit technology. It is worth paying the extra dollar for a bar that verifies itself. This scandal kills the peer-to-peer market. People will stop buying from each other because of the trust deficit. This forces everyone back to the big dealers, which centralizes the market and makes it easier for the government to track. The death of the private sale is a blow to financial privacy. The fakes are doing the government's work for them. In the 19th century, coin clipping and counterfeiting were capital offenses. People were hanged for debasing the currency. Today, it is just a business model. This moral decay is a symptom of a dying empire. When the money becomes corrupt, the people become corrupt. Restoring honest money is the only way to restore an honest society. Go home and check your stack. If you have a questionable bar, take it to a coin shop with an XRF machine and pay them to test it. It is better to know now than to find out during a crisis. Peace of mind is worth the fee. If you find a fake, destroy it. Do not pass it on. Be the end of the line for the fraud. There is an old saying, all that glitters is not gold. In 2026, we say, all that shines is not silver. The market is dangerous. The sharks are circling. You must be a predator, not prey. Educate yourself, equip yourself, and verify everything. The silver market is under attack from manipulation, from shortages, and now from counterfeits. This is the fog of war. But through the fog, the value of real silver shines brighter than ever. The fact that they are faking it proves it is the most desirable asset on earth. Own the real thing, accept no substitutes, and trust no one but yourself. Counterfeiters have evolved. They are using a new technique called layering. They coat a tungsten core with copper, then nickel, and finally a thick layer of 999 silver. This multi-metal sandwich is designed to trick the specific gravity test. A simple scale won't catch it. A displacement test won't catch it. This level of metallurgical engineering requires state-level resources. This isn't just a criminal gang. It smells like a coordinated attack on the integrity of the U.S. monetary system. The highest profit margins are in rare numismatic coins. A fake 1893 Morgan dollar can sell for $10,000. We are seeing a flood of high-quality fake key date coins entering the market. Investors trying to diversify into collectibles are getting burned. Unless you are an expert numismatist with a microscope, stay away from rare coins. Stick to modern bullion, where the premiums are lower and the verification is easier. Did you know that most insurance policies do not cover counterfeit goods? If you buy $50,000 of fake gold or silver, your homeowner's insurance will likely deny the claim. They classify it as a bad investment, not a theft. You are left with zero recourse. This financial ruin can destroy a family's future. You are your own insurer in the physical market. Verification is your premium. The Secret Service used to investigate counterfeiting. Now they are too busy protecting politicians. The enforcement against fake bullion is non-existent. We have seen reports filed with the FBI that go unanswered for years. The government does not care if you get ripped off buying silver because they don't want you buying silver in the first place. Their negligence is a silent endorsement of the fraud. This physical risk is pushing people toward digital gold tokens on the blockchain. Companies claim to have gold-backed crypto. But how do you know their gold isn't tungsten? If you can't verify the physical vault, you are trusting a digital audit. The counterfeit problem extends to the digital realm. If the underlying asset is fake, the token is a zero. Don't trust, verify applies to crypto gold just as much as physical bars. Within the industry, a secret blacklist of suppliers is circulating. Dealers are sharing names of Chinese wholesalers who have shipped bad product. But this list is not public. The retail investor is the last to know. By the time a supplier is exposed, they have already changed their name and opened a new website. It is a game of whack-a-mole where the moles are armed with laser printers. We predict that ultrasonic thickness gauges will become as common as calculators for silver stackers. This device sends sound waves through the bar. Sound travels differently through tungsten than silver. It is the only non-destructive way to see inside the bar. If you are serious about stacking, invest $200 in a testing kit. It is the cheapest insurance you will ever buy. Be careful buying from estate sales or Craigslist. Often, the sellers are honest people who inherited a collection. They think it's real because their grandfather bought it. But grandfather might have been scammed in 1980. Innocence is not a defense against physics. You must test every piece, even if the seller is a sweet old lady. Trust the metal, not the story. Interestingly, junk silver, pre-1964 US coins, is the hardest to counterfeit because of the wear and tear. It is difficult to fake the specific patina and weight of a circulated dime. This makes junk silver one of the safest buys in a market flooded with fake bars. The ugly coins are becoming the premium coins because their authenticity is easier to verify with the naked eye. The existence of high-quality fakes is the ultimate bullish signal. It means the asset is so valuable that criminals are investing millions to copy it, but it also means the game has become dangerous. The era of blind trust is over. You must become a sophisticated buyer. Verify your stack, purge the fakes, and hold on to the real money with an iron grip. The counterfeiters are trying to dilute the supply, but they cannot dilute the truth. Real silver is king.